Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's gonna be our third video
on how Joseph and I found out that we were pregnant. This video is gonna be a little different. We're basically gonna be telling the same story because we found out together, but a little different because we're gonna be telling it. I'm gonna tell my side and then Joseph will tell his side.
But before I start, Luna and Sunny want to say thank you everybody who was watching our videos. The last video did really good, and I think a lot of people actually liked that video, so we just want to say thank you for watching, whoever does watch. If you guys have any ideas that you guys might want us to do,
we're always up for a fun challenge. Maybe not something so crazy at the moment, but leave it down below.
These guys are falling asleep on my arm, so let me put them down and let's get started. All right guys, so that day was kind of crazy. I go to work at like 3:30 in the morning and then I get off at like 2. So I work like really long schedules.
So I felt a little funny. You know, as a woman, I think you kind of have a little intuition. And I knew I had a pregnancy test at home.
I got home. Amanda's already giggling when I came home. And she's just like, I don't know. She was acting really weird. And at one point I was like, what the hell's going on?
I decided to go ahead and show Joseph anyways. And once he got home, like I couldn't even wait.
I knew something was up, so she handed me like this little, I think you handed it to me in the little container, right?
I put it in my little glasses case and I was like, oh hey, I think I said my mom got you some new glasses, or check out the new glasses I got. I'm not 100% sure. And then when he opened it, there was just one at the time, so it looked like that.
Barely aligned, right? It was just really faint. And at first we were like, okay, like who knows, you know.
But then Joseph and I just looked at each other and he was like, what is this? Because I'm pretty sure that was the last thing he expected. We kind of just looked at each other and I'm like, I'm not really 100% sure, but there's a line there. And I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant.
Like we were just laughing and giggling and we couldn't believe it. I didn't think Amanda was pregnant at that moment, but we just didn't know, honestly. Like, we're usually very careful and everything, so we were just really in shock. And then, boom, I think she made me go get another clear blue that night.
But like, I was 70% sure, and then the rest, I'm like, okay, I obviously need to get more tests to make sure. So I actually sent Joseph to the store right away because coronavirus was also starting around that time. So he went and he got a clear blue test. And honestly, I would have not picked those because when the line is so faint, you can get a false negative. It was one of the digital pregnancy tests. Just
to confirm to see what was going on, if it was true or not. And I think Amanda's gonna put in a clip of what happened that night where I went to get the clear blue and everything. And for all the guys that have ever been to like, went to get their wife's pregnancy test, it is like the most weird feeling because you think the lady at the counter is like laughing at you, or she's probably thinking like, this guy is freaking nuts, or he's about to be the happiest guy ever. Hold on, let me pick up Sunny because this guy feels left out like always. But so I'm at the counter, I'm getting the freaking clear blue and whatever, and I get home, I show Amanda. So that one was out of the picture, and then we wasted like freaking 20 bucks. So then she tried another one a couple of minutes later, and that one actually caught us by surprise because this is what happened.
Recording on my phone because the camera died, so sorry about that.
So, go ahead.
I thought you was gonna go first.
You want me to go first?
No, I wanna go first. It's on toilet paper. I mean, it's on toilet paper. Oh god, my legs hurt. I'm so sore.
So the second test came back negative and we were just like, all right, there's no way she's pregnant, you know, blah blah. But then Amanda had this feeling like she was, like she just knew. So
that test came back negative and I was more confused than ever, and I was like, this cannot be right. Maybe we shouldn't do the digital test. Joseph already said, if it says not pregnant, you're probably not pregnant. And I was like, that is not what my body's telling me. I need some more tests and I need to get down to the bottom of this, especially because I couldn't go into a doctor. Any OBGYN I had called, they said I had to wait until I was at least 12 weeks, and at that point I was probably like 4 or 5 weeks along. They wouldn't even let me go to the doctor, so I was like, okay, if I at least know I gotta get prenatal vitamins and start eating right. So, and at that point I didn't have any symptoms, so I just wasn't sure. So that night I had convinced Joseph, I'm like, you need to get me more tests, but you need to get me the first response, and I don't want a digital one. The morning is the most accurate time to take a pregnancy test, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it first thing in the morning, first P of the morning, and we'll see where we go from there. And then this is what happens.
So yeah, it was a Sunday, and she took both of them because she felt really nervous at this point. Boom, I come back. She took everything she did everything she needed to do, and we basically found out on Sunday. So we found out on March 15th that she was pregnant.
OMG, guys, what? I'm so confused. I just got a negative, and now these two are positive. This one I just took not too long ago. So after a little while, this one got a lot darker. So I'm just gonna wait like 15 minutes, but you can obviously see. Wow, that's wild. I'm so confused. So after those two tests came out positive, I was 90% sure that I was pregnant, but I still wanted Joseph to get me another one for like in the future. Like I waited a couple more days, and I just wanted to make sure, because the lines were still faint and you had to wait 15-20 minutes for them to actually really show that there were like 2 strong lines. So I was like, okay, I at least know that if I take one in a few days, my HCG levels should be rising, and the line on the pregnancy test should be recognizing it more heavily. Sorry, Luna's just tapping around all over the house.
But then guess what? Amanda asked me to go get more tests to confirm, and literally I think we got like 6 tests in total just to confirm for sure.
So yeah, so I did wait a few days, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna take another one, and hopefully this one comes out darker, at least the darkest, because then I know pregnancy is progressing, my HCG levels are rising day by day, and that's a good sign.
The last couple of tests we took, that's when she legit, like as soon as she took them, maybe a couple of seconds later, it was just clear that she was pregnant.
So I just took another pregnancy test today just because I can't go to the doctor and it's kind of scaring me. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. And it came out like immediately. So I'm feeling very confident, very comfortable. I haven't been feeling any symptoms, so that's why I just wanted to make sure. But it literally, like you saw, it didn't even finish. It was like up to here, and the line was already very dark, which I was hoping for. So that's a good sign. I'm very excited, very comfortable, just, you know, scared during this quarantine, but there it is. I'm definitely still pregnant, which is good. So yeah, this makes me feel so good. I've just been freaking out because I haven't felt almost any symptoms, but this makes me happy.
And that's kind of it, guys. Like, it was kind of like a crazy day and a crazy couple of days because Amanda was in denial, I was in denial. We really didn't think that it was gonna happen, and it did. So at the end of the day, we're really stoked to be having this baby. Well, you guys don't know what it's gonna be yet, but on the next video we'll explain what's it like having a baby during Corona season. It's kind of really depressing because half the stuff you want to do you can't, and you can't even go to the hospital. I can't even go to the appointments with her. I have to literally sit on the car and just FaceTime her and see everything through the phone, which is not as fun. But
it really does suck that Joseph can't come in during the appointments, and I'm just getting more and more nervous that he won't be able to come into the hospital room just because the cases are rising again and I see things closing down around us. So hopefully it'll get better.
We're hoping that everything gets better soon and that we can get back to our normal lives. I know plenty of people in New York, where we're both from, that are being affected by Corona. And my prayers goes out to you guys. I hope that everybody gets safe and that we can recover from all of this successfully and that we can move on from that. Other than that, I think that's all we have for this video.
That was our initial reactions to how we found out that we're gonna be expecting a baby soon.
We're just stoked to find out what it's gonna look like and what's it gonna be like. Is it gonna be crying? Is it gonna be happy? Is it gonna be a sleepy baby? Amanda was extremely quiet. Like, she will not even cry for food, and I would freaking be a terrible kid. Like, my mom could justify for me.
I definitely hope that our baby turns out like me, because I hear that I was quite the angel, and if they come out like Joseph, might be in trouble.
Our baby's also gonna have this whole diary to go back on and see all of our videos and see what it was like when he was just a little peanut in the belly, you know? That's kind of why we make these videos, because we do want to keep diaries and video diaries, you know, because that's really what's modern now, and it's kind of like the best way to keep memories if you really want to go back.
I also think that it'll be really cool that our family gets to see this, that are on the opposite side of the coast, especially the ones that won't be able to experience this with us because we're so far. There's nothing like face-to-face interaction, so I think that some of these videos might take place of that and at least show our side and what we're going through and how we found out, and you know, all the fun stuff that we're going to do even in the future and that's to come, because I am 5 months along now and I still got 4 months to go. So I know a lot's going to be changing in the next 4 months, and just to bring my family and friends along and our new subscribers, I think it'll be really cool.
I can go back and see what we were thinking and what it was like, you know? So yeah, guys, stick around for the next video. Yeah, please subscribe, like this video, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it.
Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.
Overall, thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, see you guys.